Welcome to the Pi Live studio. I'm here with Jonathan Hill from Fragerman, and you guys specialise in immigration law, I think. But could you sort of tell me a little bit more about your work and what you're doing?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, Jonathan Hill, Senior Manager at Fragerman. We are a global immigration law firm specialising in immigration law solely. And so we have 60 offices worldwide and 2 offices in the UK where we have a dedicated education practice set up to support the sector in relation to all things immigration.
Perfect. And so, what are you seeing? What are you seeing happening at the moment that might be of interest to an audience? You know, any trends, any challenges that students are facing? Because I suppose you've got your ear to the ground on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously the huge challenge at the moment is the amount of changes and the uncertainty in terms of the student route and particularly the graduate route as well. I think practically for students, one of the big challenges is the credibility interview process and sort of the subjective nature of that. And also we are seeing elements of refusals as well for visa applications where the UKVI have been unable to verify bank documentation as well, which again is a very difficult area to kind of overcome, if you like. So I think they're some of the key challenges that students face. Obviously the visa application processing times as well is something that is a challenge for students, but applying as early as possible can certainly help to overcome that process as well.
And so, do you work quite closely with individual students, or is it that you're sort of working more with institutions? Or I mean, I'm always fascinated to hear from students themselves. You know, on the ground, what's happening. You know, So I suppose my question is, what are there any particular problems that you hear from students on the ground when you're doing your work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do support students in terms of the whole visa process, be it undertaking mock credibility interviews to try and help them raise awareness of what to expect of that process and also the visa application itself. Again, I think one of the most common reasons for refusal at the moment is the credibility side and also the maintenance side as well. So they're the 2 key challenges really for students throughout. And obviously universities undertake quite a lot of checks in terms of students as well. So that is something that students have to have an element of focus on. But the key challenge at the moment really is just ensuring the correct documentation is provided to the UKVI and that the UKVI are happy from a credibility standpoint as well.
Maybe it'd be interesting to hear how long have you been doing this work for, and have you seen any increases in the numbers of students who are coming to you guys, you know, facing issues around what you were mentioning about compliance, but how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I joined Fragerman 7 years ago, having previously worked for the UKVI, UK Visa and Immigration, so kind of brought the experience, knowledge across to the firm to help support the sector in relation to all things immigration, sponsorship and such like. So many years of experience there. But yeah, we are seeing students that do require that additional support, particularly if they have faced issues in the past or need some kind of expert advice in terms of how to go about gathering documentation to support the visa application, and obviously to navigate the application process as well. So certainly something that we're seeing more and more interest in terms of that support for the students. From a sector-wide perspective, sponsorship piece as well, we are helping a lot more institutions in terms of the sponsorship and compliance as well. That is something, again, there's a huge UKVI spotlight on, and we're offering that advice and support there as well. So certainly busy times at the moment for the firm.
Thank you so much. It's fascinating, really, really helpful. Thank you for coming and having a chat.